Hey, what's up, guys? Alex here in Scarborough, Toronto, in a pretty nice neighborhood called Birch. I'm not sure why I said it like that, but we aren't too far from Lake Ontario. Hey, there's a Via train. One of their Siemens trains. Yeah, it was only a week ago that many people were stranded on board a train, I think near Brockville. I think that train was heading to Toronto. But yeah, it was pretty crazy stuff last week. And yeah, this is my mom's old neighborhood. She lived here for about 12 years. I think from like the late 1980s to 2000. And we still have family living around here. But we're here at the intersection of Warden Avenue and Clonmore Drive. I've done a walking video on this street. Was it 2 years ago? But I thought I would do that again. Especially because, you know, it's warm out here. It's around 7 degrees Celsius. The high today is expected to be 10. But this break from the frigid cold we've been experiencing will only last just today. Because tomorrow, temperatures are going to go way back down to a low of minus 11. So that's just like a 20 degree... There's a decrease from what we're seeing right now. So yeah, wearing the cap and the sweater for the first time in several weeks. I mean, again, it's been pretty freaking cold throughout all of December and part of last month, November. But we get a bit of a reprieve from it. But again, it's not very long. My mom used to live, she used to live a few minutes away from here. She went to Birchmount Collegiate, although she never graduated from there because she moved to Mississauga and spent grade 12 there. But overall, this is a nice neighborhood. It's one of the more underrated neighborhoods here in Scarborough. And again, long time ago, this would have been the southwest corner of the city of Scarborough. But this is a working class neighborhood, as you can see, judging by the homes here. Which are pretty typical of Scarborough. And it's just after 2:20 p.m. on Thursday, December 18th, 2025, just a week before Christmas. And 2 weeks until 2026. What a year it has been. I did not make a walking video yesterday. I did make a bus ride video, but that was it because I had an exam, my one and only exam for this semester. And I had to take it in the evening at 7 p.m. I think it was okay. But I'm free. I'm officially free until January the 5th. So I'm going to take this winter break to relax, make some videos, and spend time with family and stuff like that. So what did I do on my way here? Well, I went to Lawrence subway station because I heard that the elevators there just entered service. I checked them out. I pretty much did them in one take because lately for the elevator videos, you know, I hate filming elevators when there's people in them. And you know, when it's really busy, you know, that's a no-no. Thankfully, I got lucky because, you know, I got to Lawrence Station around 1 p.m. And, you know, it wasn't even that busy. But Lawrence Station recently completed renovations and accessibility upgrades at the end of summer. But the elevators did not enter service until, I think, last week. I checked them out, of course. And then I decided to come back to Scarborough because I also heard that the elevators at Warden Station, still undergoing their renovations, were supposedly complete. That's what it said on the websites. I mean, it did look complete because while I was on the subway yesterday passing through Warden Station, I did see that one elevator looking like it's in service. However, when I took the 135 Gerrard to Warden Station, I mean, I wanted to check it out. But, yeah, so both elevators were complete, but they were still testing. They were like I think construction workers in them just testing the elevators are going up and down, up and down. And then I also saw on the website that these elevators will be out of service for a few more weeks to replace some glass panels. So I was like, what's the freaking point? I'm going to wait until everything is all done. I'm not going to come back here and just waste more time only to find them not even up and running. But it's definitely a huge step towards upgrading accessibility in our subway stations, even though by now we should have seen all of them equipped with elevators, but they've already missed that deadline many times. So now it's not going to be until, I think, 2027. And I still have a few more subway stations to visit. That includes Christie, Summerhill, and what's the next station? Bizarian. Now we're crossing over to the other side here. So Clonmore becomes Gerrard Street East, but it splits off. Instead of going along Gerrard, we're going to continue on Clonmore. I did a video along here, the 135 Gerrard. Very short route. And there's a GO train. Perfect timing. Right behind some brand new townhouses. Oh, we got 2 trains in one. I mean, we are walking right next to a rail corridor, so I mean that makes a lot of sense. And oh my God, it is wet here. And I'm not sure what this Tesla's doing. I guess it's just reversing out. Oh, I guess. All right, I guess we'll make a break for it. Maybe I should have brought my boots, because I think the unseasonably warm temperatures would have just melted all of this shit anyway. But I'm wearing my old shoes, so. But again, I've done a walking video on this street 2 years ago. I think it was in August of 2023. Well, yeah, this is just a typical residential street, but you know, my mom is familiar with this area. Again, she used to live here, so. And I'm not sure you guys can see, but there's the CN Tower. One Bloor West. Downtown isn't very far from here. All it just takes is a less than 10-minute bus ride to Main Street Station or Warden Station, depending on what's better for you, and then a 15-minute subway, or actually more like a 20-minute subway ride into downtown. So that would take about like 30 minutes. So if you live in this part of the city, or maybe if you live near a subway station, you know, that's better. It's beneficial. But you can also head over to Danforth GO Station and then just take the train into downtown from there. The Quarry Cafe. This restaurant's been around for decades, ever since my mama lived in the area. But I've never been there before. It's a nice, somewhat quiet early afternoon here in the city. Already got plans tomorrow. Heading downtown. We're going out for dinner at the Queen's Harbor restaurant at the waterfront. Going with Alicia, Mark D, Liam, Yoshi, and I think maybe Sipan. He hasn't said if he's coming yet, but I'm pretty sure he will. He doesn't always want to miss out on these on these dinners. And then crazy week ahead. I don't have any concrete plans for Christmas Day. But Christmas Day is one of the few days I don't ever make videos, because, you know, my family is very serious about this, right? Like we celebrate Christmas very seriously. The only time I've made a video on Christmas Day was last year. Actually, it was 2 videos, on the bus and subway, and then a walking video in my area. But I already know Sapan, Yoshi, and Vasilia are going to be downtown for Christmas Day. And unfortunately, I cannot be there, so All right, so this street actually ends only just shy of Kingston Road at Blantyre Avenue and the park of the same name. I mean, this is the only walking video I had in mind for today, unless I were to go back into downtown or somewhere else. But tomorrow is when everybody finishes off school, university, and some work. Bet you Pearson Airport and Union Station are going to be very busy travel days tomorrow. Even though, as you guys already know, Canadians are boycotting travel to the United States and instead going to Mexico and other sunny destinations. Maybe that's just another factor. Everybody's going to be going away for the holidays or just returning here for Christmas. And I don't think there's ever a time I was away for Christmas. Because again, I mean, growing up, we didn't really travel a whole lot. Well, actually, we didn't really travel because we only stayed within Canada. Growing up, I often went on like road trips to Quebec and other parts of Ontario because we weren't keen about crossing the border until 2023. And of course, you know, that's all changed because nobody wants to step foot on American soil because of the orange clown and his freaking dim-witted administration that's keeping us Canadians away, even though I had so many places on my list. Okay, it's slightly chilly, but again, it's 7 degrees Celsius, so I still see people wearing jackets. But tomorrow we gotta put them on again. This is literally gonna go back down into the negative zone. And then will we have a white Christmas by next Thursday? I don't know. I don't think we had last year. I know we did in 2020. Looks like they're doing work over here. And, you know, my channel turns 6 years old next month. And even though I've talked about it this year, oh, you know, my channel's turned half a decade old, I haven't actually made a specific video talking about it. So I think tomorrow Yoshi's gonna help me make like a quick simple video. He's just gonna film me standing and talking about, you know, looking back at the past 5 years, because, you know, I've kind of grown actually, right? Like I'm almost at 4,500 subscribers. And even though you know I have a smaller audience, I mean, I've still become successful. But yeah, unfortunately, sidewalk here is out of order because of the construction, so it's making us having to detour elsewhere, which is pretty freaking stupid. Winston Churchill Drive. Well, luckily we can go back over there, so 15 minutes already. That's actually not bad. And I think after this, maybe we'll go to the Tim Hortons. Let's think of something. There we go. There's not really much signage up for drivers. It's just like open. Like anybody could just freaking drive through. It's very bad. Like the city should really add more proper signage for construction work zones, especially in these residential neighborhoods. It makes no freaking sense. Oh, I see the low-rise apartments of Kingston Road. Again, I'll likely go to Tim Hortons and take a breather, and then I'll think of where to go next. I don't think I'll stay in Scarborough. I mean, I'm not even too far from the subway, so. Maybe I'd rather go back downtown or somewhere in Old Toronto and think of other ideas. At least I got an elevator video, a bus ride video, and then this walking video here. I mean, again, I tend to record the same streets over and over again. Tomorrow I will be downtown again, so. But yeah, I'm really sorry, guys, about the. I'm so late on making like a 5-year anniversary video, so I'm thinking of a title thing. If I can have it up by Saturday morning, that would be great. But I'm thinking my title should be, you know, a really late 5-year anniversary of the channel. I mean, like, because 5 years is literally half a decade, right? You know, it's gone by so fast, right? And there's a squirrel. Oh wait, shit, that's not Kingston Road. Kingston Road's behind those apartments. Yeah, maybe I could have just brought my boots instead. Because it's very slushy, but at least I'm not actually wet. You just have to be careful around here. And I know I picked a kind of boring street to make a walking video on, but come on, I've filmed like hundreds of residential streets in the city, and even most of them were kind of boring. But that's just because I wanted to make something. It kind of feels like I'm pushing myself. Even though, you know, I'm in university, right? I still have to balance between that. But at least I'm making a lot more money than before. Remember, Johnny made a video where he talks about if his channel is dying, or like the walk to in genre, even though I don't like that term at all. But also last week he made a video talking about, you know, how he may take daily, you know, like breaks from daily uploads, because you know he sees things different. I've already talked about this. He's a full-time YouTuber, so he sees it way differently than I do, right? I'm in school, I'm still looking for work, because unfortunately it's just too competitive for Gen Z. But Johnny feels like, you know, he said, you know, maybe he's just pushing himself to be more active and create more and make more videos. And, you know, sometimes it's good, you know, to take a break. And you know what? I've actually done my fair share of taking breaks from making walking videos, because I almost did this like every day during the summer, and then it gradually slowed down to the point where I wasn't actually making videos every single day. So that's a good strategy I'm making, but I still feel like forcing myself to get out there and get some content out. But everybody loves my transit videos, my urban planning videos, although I should really do a bit more. I should do more in that, because it seems to be like a hot topic around the Greater Toronto area. I'm trying to think of more ways to be more creative in the new year. I even thought of like making a video talking about, you know, my thoughts on current transit projects. And
1 minute later.
Sorry guys, the battery died, but my phone is plugged in now, and I'm pretty much at the end. I didn't want to like end the video without saying goodbye. Here comes an ambulance. And perfect, there's the bus stop for the 12 Kingston Road and 117 Birchmount South buses. They both go to Victoria Park Station. But now I gotta cross to the other side of the street to get to the Timmy's, so we'll do that. So guys, thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for more videos. Check out my others as well. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, or whatever holiday you celebrate right now. And I hope it's a good one for you guys. Tough world we live in. You know what? I know what happened in Australia. Very, very horrific. But I know everybody's strong. So you have to try and be positive. Anyway, guys, take care and adios. Peace out.